Welcome to Algo Hour. It is September 19th. It's episode 26. I have Ted, my lovely co-host. How are you?
We're doing good today. It's getting to the point now where I really need sweatshirts if I'm going outside to walk the dogs in the afternoon or evening once the sun goes down. But I heard it's a little bit colder where you're at.
I'm chilly today. It's going to be warm, I guess, the rest of the week, but I'm chilly. I got a sweater on today. I'm not going to lie. And I went out and did my Algo Active this morning. Nothing like the last minute for that kind of stuff. And I went and found a sunny spot in the yard because I was cold. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the show today. We have some cool stuff happening. We wrapped our clip contest 2 weeks ago, and Bar Therapy won the Flemish Giant.
Yep.
But then last week we wrapped the Algo Active Iron Challenge, which was 18 challenges.
Cool.
I was sore for days. And there's participation trophies, but we've also got a grand prize of 500 Algo. So Luga and I are going to spin the wheel later in the show together live and pick a winner. So I'm really excited about that too.
Well, awesome. We have a lovely guest today who just joined our green room, and I'll try and carry the show a little bit while IRL tries to do some behind-the-scenes technical work here. But yeah, we've got a fantastic show for you guys. It's just awesome to kind of come in, week out, and be a part of something great. So I know I've got a lot of sports stuff to talk about as everyone and their grandmother is converging on Colorado. But yeah, we'll save that for the sports stuff section. And IRL, what's going on? Do you want to try and put AP in before, or do we want to send it off to Joe first?
You just ruined this. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't a surprise. Today we do have AP. I'm really excited about it. I'm also pulling up the chat that we have. There it is. Okay. Because we've got some people in already talking some smack this morning. So GM, Angel's claiming his B-rate free pass. He's trying to avoid a guilt trip because if I run into you in his face, I'm going to ask you like, hey guys, did you watch Algo Hour this week? Because I'm proud of us, Ted. And I'm proud of what we all do together on the show. So I'm excited about it. I will still ask, and then you will have a great opportunity to say, well, yes, I did watch Algo Hour this week, and it will be a really fun combo, Angel. I promise. We got Ajax checking in. Ajax, I'm excited to see you here. We had like a bonding moment in the DMs because they're into astrology and I'm like learning about astrology. And I was like, what does your bio mean? So I was like, we have an astrology segment. Check it out. It's later in the show. But we've got Maureen, Denny, Zarmian's coming in. No, Lassie. I'm just excited. I get stoked when people come hang out with us during the show. I don't know if you can tell. I get a big old grin. So yeah, we have AP. Let me bring him on and hope that it just works perfectly the first time.
Hey.
Welcome to Algo Hour.
Yeah. GM
or GN for you.
I was going to say, that's quite the opposite for where you're at. I looked it up and it's around, I want to say, you're going to end this show around midnight, I want to say your time?
Yeah, I think, it's at 10:30 here in the evening.
Wow.
Okay. Totally worth it though, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. For anybody who doesn't know, AP and I are friends, but that's not what got him on the show. Oh, no. He put his hand up in a Twitter post just like everybody else and waited very patiently for the wheel of names to pick him. And I was really excited when it did. AP, I'm just excited to have you back on the show. We did interviews a long time ago. You've popped in and out, but there's always so much cool stuff going on behind the scenes that I get excited when my friends are coming on the show to see kind of everything. So welcome.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to the show.
I'm gonna throw you right into the first game. I know you watch the show because we're friends, and so you probably know, but it's our Fast Flex game. You need to find 2 NFTs you want to flex and post them to Twitter using the hashtag NFTFlexTime. I'll put it in the chat real quick too. And then later in the show, we'll all judge you, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
But last week we had Mike from Happy Humans as our special guest, and he decided to push his winnings to this week. So you will be playing for Algo for every right answer. We stack up the Algo, but you've got a little bit of a head start this week, and we've got 64 Algo already racked up from last week. So yeah, you'll play some games throughout the show. We'll give you some Algo for it, and then you can pick a project or organization that you want it to go to. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm excited. Okay. Maureen says it's a judgy group in a really fun way, I think. I don't know. I get excited.
We put mean girls to shame.
A little bit. Don't you dare rack a PFP you don't own, right? I will mean girls you. It's okay. All right. First, we're going to check in with Joe. We will let AP get started on his flips.
All right. Hey, everyone. I just wanted to give some quick updates on some of the stuff that's been going on. There's been a lot going on in the Algorand ecosystem the past week or two, so a lot of exciting stuff to talk about. So the first of which is last week, John on stage at Token 2049 announced that native Python is coming to Algorand. So within the next couple of months, I don't know the exact release date, but we're having native Python contracts on Algorand, basically going to make it easier to build contracts on Algorand. And I've been seeing, some questions on X about how this exactly will work. So this is basically Algorand using the Python language to build contracts, but it's not, the full Python ecosystem. So you won't be able to import existing Python code, but you'll still be able to write smart contracts using the Python language that you know and love. And then, of course, I've also been working on TealScript, which is bringing the same thing for Algorand, except for TypeScript, which is another very popular language. So a lot of exciting things going on the developer front. And then the other big thing that happened last week, last Friday, JJ dropped a bombshell with incentivized nodes in the protocol. So still very early in the discussions of how exactly this is going to be done and implemented, but the ink is starting to think about how they want to implement node incentives directly in the protocol. So for those that aren't aware, the foundation has been thinking about node incentives outside of the protocol. So these are incentives that will be funded, by the foundation given to node runners. And then additionally, long term, the Inc. wants to implement node incentives directly into the core protocol. So it will be governed by code. It will be funded by transaction fees and kind of a self-sustaining sort of thing, much like we see on other networks like Ethereum. So there's still a lot to be discussed about it. If you're interested in following the discussion, it's all happening on GitHub. If you go to the Go Algorand repo, it's all there. And then you can also go to my Twitter. I retweeted it or made a tweet about it not too long ago. So like I said, there's still a lot of discussions to be happened, but node incentives are coming. They're around the corner. And if you're interested in it, definitely get involved in the discussion. It's something, there's a lot of different trade-offs and things to be considered in terms of user experience, miner incentives, that sort of thing. So a lot of exciting stuff coming for Algorand as always. And then let's see. So there's one more week, and then in the beginning of October, we'll be doing our beginner boot camp. We're going to be doing a new format where we have pre-recorded videos that are nice and polished, and we'll be introducing developers to TealScript. So making the first boot camp with a high-level language that developers will already know, opposed to something like PyTeal. So if you're interested in Algorand development, definitely tune into the boot camp. That'll be October 2nd for the beginner and then October 9 for the intermediate. So that's everything on my end, and I'll hand it back to you, IRL.
I just love Joe Palmy. I gotta say, I think he's great, and he's always doing a bunch of stuff for us in the community and just being really accessible. And I dig that. I haven't taken his chips in a while on the poker table, so I think that might have to do more with how bad I've been playing than whether or not he's playing or not. But I miss you, Joe. So I'm glad you're doing good. It's good to see your face.
Yeah. I just want to say the idea of Python coming onto the blockchain seems like a much bigger deal than people are giving it credit for. I wouldn't know the technical exact specifications, but it seems very important. And as someone that's actually used Python a little bit, if you could have it directly just kind of work, I don't know what to call it. But yeah, that's fantastic.
AP's following along, I'm sure, with our dev segments because he's been all about developing on Algo in the last couple of years since I've known him. So I'm excited just in general to have like the group that we have on the show and to hang out and have a good time. And, you know, when I think of a good time, I think of limericks and Luga. I'm not going to lie. It's a good time. So AP, we have another game to play with you. If you're ready, I will bring in Lord Luga himself. Hi.
Hello, AP.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome to the
Hi,
Listener
hi.
Limerick Challenge, where we try to bluff the listener.
Yeah.
Try to BS that real quick.
Let me see, like, yeah.
Okay, so we'll get started with it. We'll give you a 10 out over every right answer. And I'm going to have Luga read our limericks. Where we
Apparently,
go.
I'm the best reader. I don't know if you knew that.
Dizzy was there.
Somebody was there.
Yeah.
She's ready for it.
She's ready. She
is
loves
ready.
the limerick section. Do you have them up? All right, I don't remember. I'm going to read them off the screen. All right, here we go. AP, remember, it rhymes. Reminds me of 90s caboodles. It's not the guy with the noodles. Making dragons with ease. The Wheel of Doom is a tease. Catch a PowerPoint creation from...
Oh, I know who this is, but I totally am blanking on the name.
Is it Soodle?
Oh, it's not Soodle.
Ooh.
You're very close.
Oh gosh. Yes.
I know this one.
The
I'm a
chat's
big
got you.
fan. I know this one. I'm a big fan. Yep, I see Maureen's got it too. Perdoodles. The PowerPoint creation was the tip there.
I like to give you little sprinkles.
I love it. Oh my gosh. All right. Number 2.
Number 2. A cutie with a dog, non-poodle, known for a pretty cute doodle. He GMs in every server I know. Young Sudiver knee pits the bro. You can get a Lundy from.
Well, the question seems to be like very tough, I think, for me.
It's tough. Yeah, the rhyming is hard.
Yeah.
It's you were very close last time.
You were.
Yeah.
You one could even say you were spot on last time.
Yeah,
You might want
are.
to just repeat your answer from last
Yeah,
time.
Soodle, yeah.
It is
Yeah.
the Soodle. The Soodle. I couldn't help it. I had to put in Perdoodle and Soodle together.
I feel like you just you were like, how can I make this super hard for English as a second language AP? Like, you're
Yeah,
champ
yeah.
AP. I love this. And as soon as you said Soodles, the first one, and I knew that was the second, I was like, oh man, like we should have spread out the oodle limericks.
oodled less.
Maybe we could.
The ooze.
All right, we've got one more for you.
All right. They really just got out of bed. For real, though, look at that head. A founder of tech knows every sport the heck. He's right next to you.
It's close. You're very. You can smell it almost.
You can smell it.
You're staring right at me.
You're staring.
Is it
It is
the
technology.
technology.
Yeah. Awesome.
I love it. Good job, AP. All right, we'll give you credit for 2 out of 3 in our Lucas Limericks challenge. I dig it. You will have a chance to hang out with him more a little bit later on in the show. We'll do Who's Active right now. But for now, I think we're going to do news, then sports, and then circle back around, if that sounds like a good plan to you, AP.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Let's see here. Bye, Luga. Bye. Let's see real quick here. I just was checking in with the chat real quick before we move to news. And yeah, the chats, they're quick. We should one of these days we'll have a play the chat game, like guest versus chat. It looks like it. Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna read this all the way out before I share it, because Shek wrote it, but it's perfect today. So it says, on YouTube with a click and a grin, I'll smash that like button. Begin. For content that's great, I'll appreciate and help the creator to win. Very own fan limerick. It's making my heart all happy and my cheeks hurt from smiling. Okay, I'll get you all over to the news.
This is the sports stuff section, brought to you by yours truly, Limerick number 3 winner and participant, me, Ted. We've got a great section for you today. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick after having attended our top story. Your reporter was boots on the ground for the CU versus CSU game, arguably the greatest sports story in all the world right now. You had everyone from Tom Brady to LeBron James commenting on it, and it cannot be understated just how many people were there. Traditionally, the Rocky Mountain Showdown is a premier rivalry between CU versus CSU that takes place in the Denver Broncos Stadium. But this time around, because of COVID and conference debacles, it ended up being in Boulder. That was certainly something. The rivalry was fueled by Jay Norvell, who's the coach of the CSU Rams, who made comments about Deion Sanders' iconic golden sunglasses. Deion simply responded by giving his sunglasses to all the celebrities in attendance and proceeded to sell over $4 million worth of shades in less than a week. So everything he touches turns to gold. Absolutely incredible. In addition, Neon Deion wasn't satisfied with just normal warm-up music, so he enlisted Lil Wayne to host a mini conference on the field as players ran out and warm up. A literal concert. I just want to acknowledge this, and as someone that was in attendance, I can affirm. The game itself was expected to be a blowout, but it actually was anything but. CSU actually started off hot, getting a touchdown and catching an interception, but it was the big blow that they did to Travis Hunter, CU's premier player that does both sides of the field, offense and defense. After he went down with a lacerated liver, CU's offense really began to stall, and it looked like CSU was actually going to take it. It wasn't until there was 8 minutes left in the game and they were down by 11 that things really started to shift. After 2 amazing drives from Shedeur Sanders, OT started as quickly as CSU's lead diminished. After CU won in double overtime, Shedeur exclaimed that he went Brady mode, which is ironic because Tom Brady shortly tweeted out after back that he wishes he could go into Shedeur mode. So to say that everyone in the world is on the CU train, it's amazing. CU is up against conference rival Oregon, who is ranked 10 next week in Oregon, and the current spread is they're the underdog by 21 points, about 3 touchdowns. So that'll be really interesting to see if they can continue to let it ride. If they do manage to win, USC will be who they play back in Boulder for week 6 or week 5. And if that happens, it will be even larger than the game was last week. So that'll be very fascinating to see. Moving on, across the pond, we've got a Premier League check-in. Excuse me. Familiar faces at the top: Manchester City, Tottenham, Liverpool, and Arsenal with a combined 0 losses. So just shout out to them. Manchester City's fantastic offense and stout defense with only 3 goals allowed are really what you could call them would put them at the top. Looking a little bit more negatively at some of the disappointments this year, Manchester United is by far and away the biggest disappointment of the season, as they are just 2-3 after their first 5 games and have conceded a whopping 10 goals. Chelsea, with only 1 win, also isn't far behind on the disappointment spectrum, but at least they've only conceded 5 goals, so it's been a little bit closer. Some teams currently in the regulation zone are Everton, who were down there last year, so it's no surprise they're there again. Burnley and Luton Town with a combined 0 wins. So we will see if they can manage to turn it around. The top scorer of the league up to this point is Erling Haaland with a mind-boggling 7 goals. Dear man. That's 1.4 goals per game. So statistically speaking, if he shows up, he's going to score. Lastly, we've got ourselves our NFL and fantasy football check-in. The NFL is off to a start. Now, my Denver Broncos have torn their ACL off the starting block a little bit, but at least my fantasy football team has at least won 1 game. IRL beat me by 1.04 points this past week. I'm not salty, just disappointed. The sound effects are this. The league leaders in our fantasy league up to this point are Cooper Daniels and Smokey McPotts, both 2-0. So shout out to them. Cooper Daniels is proving once again he may actually be superior to IRL. I'm getting a side eye in the green room, but I will say after she did that sound effects, it's a little bit of a civil war right now. As for the NFL, here's what I got. Excuse me. Eagles look hot as ever with Jalen Hurts scoring 2 rushing touchdowns in the Eagles' famous rugby scrum format. Falcons upset the Packers, giving Desmond Ridder his first win. Bills and Bucks take care of business at home. Seahawks and Titans win in overtime. And Chiefs and Colts finally get some offense going to get a win. Giants overcome a 60-0 6-quarter start to the season to go and win by 3 against Arizona. Cowboys beat Zach Wilson and the Jets. And Tua prevails in Foxborough. Saints and Steelers won on Monday, but both games were overshadowed by the gruesome leg injury that Browns running back Nick Chubb suffered. We at the Algo Hour are wishing him a very speedy recovery. Now, that's all I've got. Enough about talking about who's active. Let's figure out who actually is active right now on the next segment.
Hello, and welcome to Who is Active Right Now. I am your host, Lord Beluga, Mr. Algo Active. And here we are, talking about activity.
Oh, wow, I'm on this
I expected
side.
AP. What a surprise.
I know. I was excited to kind of crash your party, but...
You were always invited. You can't crash it if you have a permanent invitation.
Well, I'm going to fix myself. I'm going to fix this real quick.
You can fix it. I think it's perfect, but you
While
fix
I fix it, could you maybe recap what the Iron Algo Challenge was all about?
So the Algo Active Iron Challenge was our first 18 weeks. We lumped them all together. So it was like push-ups, burpees, like 3 different ab exercises. You had to swim, you had to run.
That's not what I want.
There was no goat involved. IRL, you're gigantic. It's fantastic. I love what's happening. But anyway, it was all inspired by Joe Polney himself. He lost a horse race, said he was going to do all 18, and then I was like, let's just do everybody do all 18. So we had 5 of us entered, 3 from the cast, and 2 outsiders. Which, I mean, they're a part of the family. They're just not. They haven't been on camera yet, you know.
Right. Well, I was sore for days, but I was really proud I did it.
Me too.
And for anybody who completed it, you have this amazing trophy, right? It's a participation trophy, which, bless it, isn't coming up despite it working so good when I was testing it earlier today.
Just pretend it's me with a whale head. It's the same body type, right?
Exactly the same. I mean, exactly. So I'm a little sad that all this cool stuff up there it is.
Ooh, it's up top. I expected it
there.
over there. over there.
Well,
but
we
it's
have something
like
cool
there.
to put there, don't you know? We have our wheel.
Oh.
So we at Algo Hour graciously stepped aside for the $500 or 500 Algo grand prize. The participation trophy was enough for me. Yeah, so I'm excited. We have another NFT trophy. So you'll get the participation trophy in addition to this Assassinator.
The Big Brain
collab
Beluga
thing.
trophy, yeah?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
That
I
is
think
beautiful.
it's perfect. So we're going to spin the wheel for that. But, Luga, do you want to tell them the news? We have news.
Should I tell them? I thought you were going to
You
tell them.
can tell them. You can.
So we got so excited for Dennis and Lassie, our two non-cast member entrants, that we couldn't decide like which one of you is going to get 500 Algo. Like it's just too hard to choose. So we came together and we decided both of you get 500 Algo. So
Yay!
Congratulations, Dennis and Lassie. Thank you all
There's
so much for
confetti.
participating. Explosions. Pretend there's fireworks behind me. We're really psyched. Thank you for participating. We're going to get 500 Algo to both of you, and then we're just going to spin the wheel for the trophy. So
Yeah, I'm so excited. It was really fun. Luga pitched in with me so that we could make it happen. And I'm just stoked all around. I also am kind of stoked to be spinning the wheel live, though. So that second trophy is a perfect excuse for me to put my live production skills to the test with a live spin. So do you want to count us down?
Oh, count. Okay. Should I start at like
That
30?
backwards. I don't know.
I'm pretty good at counting.
Do it.
All right. I'll hit you with the 3, the 2, the 1. Spin that wheel.
Looks like a clear Dennis win.
That is a clear Dennis, the Banff
Dennis,
himself.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Dennis, for double trophies.
Yeah, you get 2 trophies and 500 Algo. Lassie, you too. Congratulations. The Fuzzy fam pulled it out and did a really great job. I was really excited to do this with you. But now, on to your regularly scheduled programming. I'm going to let you make someone else feel slightly uncomfortable instead of me.
Never.
And we'll trade it out and get AP in here to hear what this week's new challenges and to maybe ask him if he was Algo active.
I got to ask.
Past week.
I would ask you, but you were clearly active.
I was Algo active this week.
Proud. Bye. Oh, we're just recapping. Just wing it. AP, welcome.
Hey.
Man, it is good to see you, my friend. And I've seen it a few times. You've thrown out some really impressive yoga moves. I was hoping you'd give me another one. Obviously not right now live, but I'm waiting for it. I want to see the AP yoga.
Yeah, I will try my best this time. Maybe let's see what is the challenge.
So the challenge right now for the next half hour is simply touch your toes. So you can make that as wild as you want. A lot of people brought their dogs. Some people do it standing and they fold in half. Some people sat down to touch their toes. I feel like you could probably tie yourself in a knot and touch your toes with all your yoga skills. Yeah, glitch popped it. There was a ton of submissions. I think there was 10 or 15 as I was scrolling. I was really, really proud. IRL got involved. Shocking to no one. Oh, there's a cute little doggo. AP, do you have any pets? Maybe not. Billy did great. The ambiance is phenomenal. For the Starcast host, I liked that she had stars in the background. You know what I'm saying? Lou came in. A lot of toggos. So touches were great. You got another half hour to touch your toes and get it in. It's one of the easiest challenges for people that are more flexible than me. We got a new challenge coming up. I told IRL last week I was going to do it, and I'm doing it. Y'all might have thought I was bluffing. That was last week, but tech is coming. Tech support is on the way. AP, how's your evening? Is it good? Living the dream?
Yeah, it's good.
I know,
But
sorry
yeah,
for a loop over you. We're just winging it. We're hoping. Oh, here we go. So I'm just gonna let you enjoy. It's a little bit of thirst trapping. You got any idea what I'm about to do, AP? Thank you. That's a little Lee W. Sinclair for you, for the Lee drinkers out there. So the challenge this week is chop some wood, right? Get an axe, do some yard work, flex on some people, just live your dream. Whatever 1850s country bumpkin would do. That's the goal.
Getting an axe, okay.
You got an axe, AP, hanging out?
No, I don't.
You don't have an axe. I don't really have a plan B if you don't have an axe. But, maybe knock down a tree or something. Maybe a sapling. Cut some grass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're there with a green chain. We should probably plant trees, not chop them down.
Maybe cut a branch of a tree or something like that.
Yeah. Take out something that's not good for the environment. So, yeah, that's the challenge. Get an axe, do something wild, make me laugh. That's the goal, what it all comes down to. Just having fun. So, AP, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for getting Algo active. And we will do a commercial break and then NFT flex time.
Sure.
That was fun. Hi, Ted. What are you doing? Hopefully not dying. Ted's a little under the weather today.
Yeah, can you hear me now? I'm not moving on the screen, but I think
are not moving.
You can hear me. It seems like you can hear me.
I can hear
I'm
you.
Looking down at my cat right now in the very unflattering way. Hold on, let me see if I can. Nope.
This is interesting.
This is a first one.
Yeah.
This is a first for me. However,
right when we get the hang of things, I'm like, I'm so excited for you to see how my show runs, and then people freeze, wrong buttons. But I will say, AP, if you did not notice, we have a very cool background. And it is our blockchain, today. Our blockchain visualized. It's very cool. And Eartho made this site that shows how all the blocks kind of go together on the chain. I think it's very cool. So that's something new that we have going on the show. It's a hoot. Live shows bring something different to the table as far as fun. And, I don't know why Ted is frozen. Ted's never frozen before.
I
so.
unfroze for a moment and then I refroze is the most interesting thing. So I'm not really quite sure what's going on.
Perfect. As usual. Well, I think it's weird you're looking at your phone and the still that we're stuck with, but
well, I was trying to see if it was on my phone, if it was broadcasting or not. Because but
really? I think you were looking for those next gens. That's what I hear.
Oh gosh, no. If they were just a phone text away, then things would be a lot different. I heard there's a startup boost event.
They have a good background that is very active. I didn't.
Yeah. I think the shoe saga continues. I'm not saying no shoe. I think it's too soon to say no shoe.
Well, we will see. We will see. I'm half tempted to go and buy a flight to New York and investigate for myself, but I think that's a little bit overkill. But if any one of our sponsors wants to sponsor that endeavor, let me know.
Oh, wow. I have BitBoy crypto visions of you confronting people outside of office buildings.
Where's the shoe?
Okay. That would be a new expansion for the show. Well, AP, while I have you here, we do have another game to play with you, and we are going to do some NFT flex time. But I wanted to take a second and give you a shout for some cool, I'm going to call it reporting, that you're doing. You are on an adventure to try a new DApp every day. And you're updating everybody on Twitter. It's been very cool. If you're not following AP on Twitter, check it out. Do you have some real quick ones that like kind of surprised you when you tried them? Oh, I can't hear you now, AP. Did you mute yourself?
It looks unmuted on my screen.
I can't hear you, AP.
Make sure your microphone didn't unplug. I've had that happen to me before plenty of times. And that I'm sitting there scrambling.
This is going
trying to
great.
figure it
We
out.
could hear you a second ago. Oh, you're there. No, you're not. You were. Do you have push to talk enabled or something funny?
Well, in any event, speaking of D apps that I've really appreciated, I found the new quest system for the Crazy Goose Flock to be really interesting, and how that was revamped. And you get what's called a dream journal.
Oh,
There we
you're
go.
there,
There you go.
Surprised means maybe like yeah, I have been doing it every day. So not yeah, I think Athena. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, and then I can't hear you, and then I can hear you, and then I can't. And I'm not really sure how to troubleshoot the intermittentness of the broadcast.
Oh.
All right, let's see. Why don't we'll try the flex time scene. It shouldn't be any different than it is here, but we'll give it a try. Okay, how about now, AP? I can see your lips moving, but I can't hear you. But I could hear you a second ago.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
Is it okay now?
I think so.
No.
Fingers crossed. So did you have a DApp that was really surprised, like that really surprised you when you were going through them? I don't know. AP, what's going on with the, I can hear everyone else fine. And AP, I can hear you great, and then you can't hear you at all.
You want to leave and come back real quick? Maybe it's something that simple.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll try it. Okay. In the meantime, I was doing some coloring. We had a cool NFT drop last week that was the Land of Allegra's coloring book. I don't know if you guys saw that. I thought it was just super cool. So that was my flex this week. I've been kind of slack and flexing. And so, that was one that I thought was super cool. Feely's flexing her really tough looking sheep. I would not mess with that sheep.
That sheep's been through something.
A gangster. Let's go.
Who hurt you, Shep? Who hurt you?
Obsessed.
Ice Age has finally got the #1 Yeti. Like the first Yeti.
AP, say something.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yay.
Leaving and coming back worked, I think.
Super high tech. If ever it doesn't work, turn it off and turn it back on again. I feel like Joe would approve of that, right? Is that what we do? Step 1.
Yes, that's always the first step.
I dig it. All right, so we've got, what are these?
Those are basic buddies from the Limerick #1 answer.
Her doodles, but this one tricked me because it looks like a luga.
They made little Luga buddies.
Oh,
I like
There's like
it.
40 of them, I think. They're adorbs.
I didn't know that till now. Nice.
I think he
I
has
didn't
like
realize they had a
4.
Lugo one. I need to pay more attention.
He like just made them. I think like a few weeks ago, maybe.
We were supposed to know first, Luca. How dare you?
I didn't even know he made them.
Well, that was like
I
with
just
the
haven't seen it.
Belonga.
Listen,
Oh,
Belongas are
that's a
secret,
nice
okay?
surprise.
Although there may be a release soon.
Secret from me too.
They're coming.
Yeah, we
You'll
still
know
have
about
not
them.
gotten past that. Right. All right. So here's one Algren NFT. Here's AP going with the classic YBG on a Mingo. I love it. And I love Mingos so much that I supported them by picking them for my NFL fantasy football team draft. There's a player
That's not how
who's
it
a
works.
rookie.
This isn't how it works.
Expecting big things from Mingo. We're out of, where does he play for?
Carolina.
Yeah, I think
Jonathan-
I like the eyes actually of that mango.
The pop
He
eyes?
done well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Does he mostly go
I
out
get-
of bounds? Is that a football reference?
Yeah, I don't know, but like, yeah, he's, I think, like, he's actually had, I think, weed, and he's like having a, I don't know, he lost his word. It took a, maybe instead of eating, kept the pizza in his
Ice
head,
cream.
and yeah, eyes are like outside, balled up.
I like him. You get a thumbs up for me on that Flex AP. Did you just post the one or did you post two?
Yeah, the other one that I have posted is about the Scully friends. Like, there is another one that I have posted. Yeah,
Scroll
two of
up a
them I have
little bit.
posted.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
I
Pause.
found it. Okay, so
I really
y'all
like
know.
purple backgrounds.
I was just gonna say that I got a thing for PVGs. I like it, and it's
Yeah.
a really active Discord. So if you are into
Oh my gosh,
giveaways,
so active.
you should know who
Lots
Native
of
is.
giveaways. I think, yeah, unlimited giveaways. He has been doing it consistently for maybe like last 1 year, and like, yeah, that's absolutely awesome.
I like the contrast here from AP's flex down to Ted's. We're kind of switching the yellow and the purple back
Ooh,
and
yeah,
forth.
you flipped him.
I
Yeah.
like that. That was
Laces
a
out.
happy accident.
You planned it.
Coordinated.
Happy accident. Oh man, we got a cone. Okay, a Randy
a
cone,
Randy cone. Yeah, the OG cone.
the original pixel cone.
Deep in the pixels.
I love it. You know, I love Randy cones, and I actually got to talk to his mom once, and so I'm a big fan of his mom as well, who has a series out on Algorand too. I think it's the coal miners or the gold miners.
Prospectors.
Prospectors. There you go. I have a couple of those. Here, Joe flexing some cross chain.
Ooh, Joe.
I got an XRP wallet and I bought an NFT for the Zerkers
Look at
live
ya.
public mint.
So proud.
No.
But I like the see-through skin and the halo. That's a nice Zerker.
Yeah, I got some pretty good trades.
I like it. I like it a lot. Yomo flexing the Algo hands, Vulture flexing a Womp Crew Higher Apes collab. I think that's what it is, right? Feely, is that Higher Apes?
Yes. Yeah, he did that for our 1 year Sandman. So that's me and Vulture.
Nice.
The one and only Lady Ape there. Hello.
I love it.
That's a flex.
Isn't it?
Right? The one and only.
That's right.
I love it so much. And I love hanging out with the WOM crew. We're really fortunate to have some just awesome people in the space. AP's one of them. I've known them for a long time. And then, Feely and the WOM crew, I've only kind of gotten to know in the last 6-8 months really well. And it's a good time and it's a welcoming group. And I feel like you guys have taken what we loved about bullying Yomo and put it on a poker table. So it's like a little bit of like good fun bullying. And I dig it. Every once in a while I get away with bluffing on the table and I show everyone because it makes me feel like clever. But much love to the Womp crew and
Thanks. We love you. Chicken
I
shark.
dig it. Total chicken. This Vlad piece is like mesmerizing. I got like dumbfounded when I looked at it. It's a really, really nice piece. It's from Cruciferous.
Y'all bullied me. Leave Yomo alone.
Oh, Cruci. Yeah. Little Brussels sprouts himself. He's got some of the best lads.
Did you know? I'm just checking in. Did you know Randy helped draw the 8-bit cones? I did not know the OG cone, pixel cone creator was contributor on the 8-bit cone series.
That's like Coneception.
That's going to be a trivia question.
What's a cone inside a cone?
It's going to be a trivia question one day. You guys wait. I dig it. And no, we would never decide to play poker. And then that's fair game. Fair game. Oh, speaking of Yomo,
How perfect.
Here is, yeah, I know, right? Shoot, I have a couple pinkies, but I like that one because it's getting bullied. It's got an Elgato right behind it.
They're friends.
Perfect.
R.I.P. Mouse Hunt.
My Twitter Flex timeline is like on point today. With
This is
yellow
really
and
good.
Yellow, and then we were talking Yomo, and then Lassie. I thought that was Felix. That was Lassie's flex, which you have been flexing up a storm. Congrats again on the Iron Active winnings. And you make me feel sane because she posts the Algo Actives with the kids all running around too, and that's basically my life. I feel like sane. It's a good feeling.
I don't have much longer before mine are running.
I'll
join you.
Any minute now. Any minute. And then they can do Algo Actives with you.
I'm ready. All 4 of us.
You say that. It's crazy. I know, very fast. Oh, man. Well, I don't know if you guys heard the news, but tomorrow is National NFT Day, I guess, or not maybe national, maybe global. I don't know. J-Hole tweeted about it, so you ping him and ask him all about it. But I was trying to jump on the bandwagon there with my NFT Day, NFT Flex Time Flex. AP, I think you won with both of those flexes, flexing Scully.
Yeah.
Scully Friends and Mingo.
Yeah.
I dig it. Okay, so we've got the mics working. I'm going to move you back to the welcome screen. We're going to quick challenge you to the Algo Ecosystem Challenge, and then we're going to hear the StarCast from Feely. And then before we close it up for the day, we'll give you a chance to pitch your project for us all. Okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Joe, Luga, I appreciate you guys. Big time. We didn't do the pointing challenge today, but the making the heart is kind of hard too. So, that would be a cute. Yeah, we all have to do it, and then we'll take a picture of the picture, right? I love it. I feel like we just got a family picture, and Luga's doing something totally different. That's okay. That's fine. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I
kick him out.
know. I love it. It's fine. We've had enough of that for one day. Are you ready, AP? This is, I think, the hardest game that we play. We're going to put 30 seconds up on the clock and have you name as many Algo ecosystem projects as you can.
Oh, when is the time starting now?
I will count you down. On your mark. Get set. Go.
Yeah, Tiny Man, Messina 1, directory.algo, I think Mingo, Brand Gallery, NF Domains, I don't know, yeah, Humble, then,
Oh, I do think that you get a little bit of a break. Like I said, not everybody's first language is English. And so I haven't spoken to you in a while. But we're putting you on your toes with the timer. I love it. I got you down for 8.
Okay.
Ted?
sounds right. Yes, I agree with that.
Good job. I love that it's late night. We would all not stand a chance if we did it in your first language. So just all around, thanks for being a super good sport, AP. I appreciate you big time, and I hope you're enjoying your time on Algo Hour. We've got one more time where we're going to give you at the end of the show for your elevator pitch, where you can tell us all about your project. But I did want to take a quick second to thank you and the rest of all of our sponsors. Noti Boy is a proud sponsor of Algo Hour, which is amazing. I appreciate you. But also thanks go out to NF Domains, Rand Gallery, NifGen, AlgoBots, Chris Swinner, gov.void.algo, Fallen Order, Taco Coin, and Womp Crew. I just cannot speak today. And of course, like I said, Noti Boy, I just appreciate you guys. And it makes us all try every week to just make you proud. So I don't know. Thanks, AP. I'm glad that you have faith in us and want to support us. And we drop the alpha every once in a while on the Noti Boy app, doing giveaways and dropping secret words to put in the chat for things. So it's really fun, and I honestly can't wait till we can utilize the platform in a few more ways. So I'm looking forward to it. We're going to quick check in with our chat and then hear from Feely for the StarCast, and then we'll let you give us that pitch. Michael Norris says, I have an angry penguin. I have a collection of them too. I really like them. Harkening back to AP's first project on the chain. So very, very cool. Feely, are you ready for us in backstage here for your StarCast? All right, I'm gonna push the right buttons here.
Hello, family. It's Felly here with more astrology. This week brings a shift in seasons as the sun moves from Virgo to Libra on Saturday. I literally feel like we just got into Virgo season. And also it's the marking of the start. It's the start of the autumn equinox. So we are switching seasons. So today we're diving into Libra season and how it beautifully aligns with autumn season. So Libra season in tropical astrology lines up with the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. It usually runs from September 22nd, 23rd, depending on where you live, to October 22nd. So the shift, I forgot. I'm sorry. I got my notes all mixed up here. Anyways, so there's a shift in the air. I love equinoxes and solstices because it's like they're like segments of the year where we can really work with and life events going on during those specific times. So first things first, Libra is an air sign, which it shares this air quality with Gemini and Aquarius. What's really cool about air signs is that they're very intellectual. They're super smart. They love thinking about stuff. because air is mental, and they're really great at talking to people. Libras are also ruled by Venus, the planet of love and finance. Venus is actually ruled by two signs. So Venus rules Libra and Taurus. Libra is more of the like relationship side, and Taurus is more of the finance side. Libras they really like things to be fair and balanced in their lives and in their relationships. And at least Libra, because they're symbolized by the scales, so they seek balance in like literally everything that they do. So now let's connect autumn and what we will all go through when Libra season begins. So it's a signal for peace and balance. In autumn, everything changes. The days and the nights are the same length. So it's like nature's way of balancing things out. It's a good way to see it. So during Libra season, folks tend to want their relationships to be happy and balanced, just like autumn season itself. It's a time when people are just talking more because we are in an air season. They're thinking about stuff and they find beauty in the world around them because like the leaves are changing colors, things are dying, not yet, but that's Scorpio season. Anyways, so Libras, they're so funny because they're always dressed really well. They're ruled by Venus. Venus is aesthetics, and Libras always look good, in my opinion, at least aesthetically. They love art. They love looking nice. Everywhere they go, things have to be like in their place. Yeah. So here's the thing for all of us together. So Libra season reminds us to work together and to find balance. It's like saying we all need to get along. Let's all get along. But sometimes, because Libra really they like things to be nice and they like to avoid conflict. So they might try to avoid problems, but we have to remember to find a good balance between being nice and solving stuff when it needs fixing. Because Libras, they like to avoid conflict, but there's times where you have to. So in a nutshell, Libra season and autumn teaches us to handle things or to handle change smoothly as we change seasons, focus on making our relationships good, and see the beauty of life's ups and downs. So consider how you'd like to set the scales as you enter in this new season. Sometime this week, I will be writing horoscopes for what Libra season means for your rising sign. You can find that in the Starcast on WAMP Discord sometime this week, probably by Thursday, Friday. But that's a wrap for today. Till next week.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm AP. I'm co-founder of Naughty Boy Project. Naughty Boy Project will one s- one second. Can you hear me? If I yeah. So about Naughty Boy Project helps the projects on Algorand to directly communicate with the end user addresses through notifications. Yeah. So when talking about Notiboy project helps the Web3 projects on Algorand to directly communicate with the end user addresses. So you can, if you have a project on Algorand, you can create a channel, and then your users can opt into the channels, and then you can start sending notifications. We have our web application, we have our Android application, and iOS application ready for you through our mobile applications. You can get push notifications. Also, the end users can opt in for email and also Discord, also where they can get these notifications. So this is very focused.